for them to feel something, for them to find their own superpower. Everyone's got a superpower in them, right? It is our job to show them how to get there, to help them feel it. That's a mentor. Accountability. So you're not even holding them accountable during class, but you're going to hold them accountable to come back to class. That's my favorite thing about coming back to class, right? So when someone is leaving my class, they know that I'm going to ask them one simple question, and this will change everything for you if you are struggling getting people to come back to class. It's not, see you next time, can't wait to have you back in class. It's, hey, Megan, when are you coming back to class? What day? Right, so now we have this verbal agreement. She's going to tell me, I got vacation next week, but I'm going to be here in 2 weeks, right? So 2 weeks rolls around, it's Wednesday night, and Megan is thinking, I just got back from vacation. I don't really want to go to the gym. It's not what I want to do. But I thought about it because Michaela said, when are you coming back? So now she's going to be expecting me, right? Michaela is holding me accountable. So maybe she still cancels that class, and that's fine. But at least you got them double thinking, right? At least you got them thinking about when they're going to come back. You want them thinking ahead, not just willy-nilly, right? We want them to come back. We're holding them accountable by having that conversation face-to-face. G, growth. Growth starts from day one. So my favorite thing about growth is that you can actually help them grow from the second they come in, right? Megan walks in, and we all know the people that are there for the first class, they kind of like stand in a corner and like just make themselves very small. So I can immediately tell who's new. And so I go up and I say, hey, I'm so excited you're here today. This is your first class. Yes, this is my first class. Great. Hello, my name's Michaela. What's your name? My name's Megan. Megan, I'm so glad you're here. And then I use Megan's name throughout the whole class. Because there's nothing that people love more than their own name. Right? They love when people say their name over and over. They're like, yes, I am important. They know who I am. Right? So now I'm going to take Megan and I'm going to walk with her to find gloves, because she's going to need gloves. I'm going to walk with her to find a mat. I'm not going to point, because how do I know that it's not Megan's first time in a gym ever in her life? How do I know that? How do I know when I say you need gloves and a mat, she may not know what a yoga mat is? That is the reality, right? So we have to take them, we hand it to them. And then this is my favorite part. I take Megan to a bed near that member. We all have that member, right? That member that loves you so much and you don't really know why, and like loves your class and is just your biggest cheerleader, and you're like, I love this, and I don't know what I did, but I'm so glad, right? That member. Because you're going to take Megan and say, I'm so glad you're here for your first class, you're going to tell them about it, and we're going to walk away. Because it's like a Google 5-star review from your members that love your class, because they're going to hear that it's the first class, and they are going to love these new people. It is inevitable that my class, when I take them to a group of people, and I don't even introduce them, because I know that I built that community, that the members that are there, and if I put them and I loudly say, I'm so glad you're here for your first class, you're going to kill it, let's go. Walk away. My members are like, what? It's your first class? We're so happy with it. And they sell it for me. They bring them back. They include them in the community right away. It's exciting to watch. And then they come back. Growth. Inclusivity. One of the biggest things I think is the hardest thing is including every single ability. Right? So I've got someone that's never taken a class in their life. I've got someone that's kickboxed for 20 years. How do I teach one class? Right? It's the same thing with any class you have. If you have more questions on this, I've dug deep into this, out of how to include everybody. So if you have more questions, I'm happy to talk to you after too. But one of the biggest things that I realized that we could say, instead of saying if you can't do something, right? So if I'm saying, right, next 30 seconds, we're going to do burpees. If you can't do burpees, do a jump squat. So here I am in my first class ever. I am not able to go down to the ground and come back up. Not able, right? I know I'm not able. But now the teacher just said, if you can't. So now in my head, everyone's staring at me. Because they're saying, that teacher's saying, I can't do it. And now I think everybody's looking at me. Everyone's judging me. And I go back down into my small little corner where I came in. Right? So instead of saying can't, you're taking that word out. If you feel more It's how you make them feel. That is what will change everything. Inclusivity. Last one, connection. Connection is like a bow on top, right? Because you're taking your mentorship, you are mentoring them. You're holding them accountable, you're growing your classes, you're including everyone. And when you do that, you connect everything and everyone. When I walk into that small gym 3 days a week, I have 3 classes. I'm not here 40 hours a week. 3. So I have to do everything in my power in those 3 hours to make sure when I walk in that room, that's my house. That's my house. That's where I decide how people feel. And I'm going to make sure that everybody feels included, that everybody walks in there feeling loved, that everybody walks in there feeling like they can do everything. Because that's my job, for my house. That's what you want to do every time you walk into the pool, every time you walk into your studio space. Whatever space that you have, maybe you're just outside. But that space is your home. And it is your responsibility to make everyone feel loved. Make them feel important. And remind them that they are worthy of being in that space with you. When you wrap it all together, my friends, that is the magic